live. Hi, Phil. Glad you could make it tonight.
Hey, Doug.
You had me a little concerned there for a bit.
I didn't think I was going to get my windows fixed.
We got, hey, AJ and Josh already there waiting on us. Look at that. Hey, guys, how are you? It's a little overcast today. Man, it's cold in this room. We had to give up our beautiful space over the weekend, and they said that the client that was in here wanted it as cold as possible.
Success.
Yes. And then, of course, they forgot to turn the air conditioner back off after the client left. Oh, Josh, you got dismissed? Are you biased? Hey, there's the mage. How you doing, Sean? Sean, you want to tell us what deck you're going to play this weekend, or do you know yet? I bet it's the Halloween deck. Halloween in June.
Trick-or-treaters.
Trick or treat in June. 96 degrees. Wow. I started to look to see what it was here.
Probably 66.
64. What the heck? Come on, Ohio. Try and keep up with Florida. Jury duty is not fun, AJ. I've never been selected. Never in my life have I been selected for jury duty. Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I lived in Florida.
Did you get dismissed like Josh did?
No, actually, I was the head juror.
Oh, wow. Is it an easy case?
It was a weird one. Very weird. This guy went out on a boat, and he took it from Florida to Cuba. Then he came back, and apparently you're not allowed to come back without some sort of permission. And
And they took him to
So-
court. They
so we-
arrested him.
yeah, but he wasn't legal, I don't think. So I think they ended up deporting him.
Oh.
So I don't know what he was trying to do or what he was doing. He
I
was
got
smuggling people or drugs or whatever. But
Ah, okay. Well, Mage says no trick or treat this time. Running a variation on my Onslaught deck with Henry Pym. You know what? I bet you do too. I bet you do show up with Henry Pym. I saw that post on Facebook.
how about you, Pim?
I'm leaning towards it.
Leaning towards Pim.
Yeah. I really want to play
Neron.
Neron, but I just don't think Neron will be good enough in single and limb. I think it'll get me there, especially if they take the top 12, or was it 12?
Yeah.
But now they're talking about only taking top 8.
Yeah, I think it is 8. I don't think they can find a solution to get challenged to make it work.
Yeah, so I know I could get in the top 12 with Neron. After that, I'm not sure. So it's probably going to be Henry Pym. We shall see. I still got one other deck up my sleeve that we'll talk about. Let's see. I wonder. I did jury duty 12 years ago, was also elected foreman. Yeah. Summit again last year, but was dismissed. Henry Pym is somewhat underrated, especially with his Marvels card. That's what I've been saying all along.
Yeah.
Sean, I'm glad you finally caught up with me. Hey, John, how are you? Our whole site got dismissed. Case was postponed. Okay.
Yeah, I think if Pim had a true JW, he'd definitely be playable.
Oh, heavens, yes. Mr. Keffer, how are you? Yep, big week coming up.
Big week.
Big week.
Yep. Phil, when are you arriving?
Yeah, Finn, when are you going to show up? I think, what are we going to get there, around 7?
Yeah, 6 or 7, probably, I would think.
6? Is Chris going?
Yeah.
What?
He's registered.
Oh, okay. Is the plan you want to meet here and go from here?
Here or your house, either one.
My house. We're going to head up 71?
Yeah, so maybe
Be easier to meet here.
Or can
That'd
we
be
park here then?
easier for Chris.
Yeah, sure. Are we going to park the East lot?
Yeah, I don't know. We'll work that out. Who's driving? We taking the company car?
We can take whatever.
Take the company car, then somebody can have my parking. We'll let Chris park in the garage with my parking pass.
That's fine.
All right, and then he won't have to pay. I love Henry Pym. Man, Sean, you and me both playing Henry Pym. That'd be something, wouldn't it?
Everybody has to play Pim.
Yeah, John says I can't imagine Doug playing without a JW. Yeah, I'm struggling with that too, John. That's the third deck. The third deck has a JW. I mean, Henry Pym's kind of got a JW light. It's a 5.
Yeah, Jay-Z.
Yeah. but you don't get to make that power card follow-up. So I'm not sure. Let's see.
Lots of
Sean
prepping.
says, I've been looking to fit Pim into a deck for a while. Decided to try with my Onslaught deck. If testing doesn't work, then it's back to White Queen. I hope you show up with Henry Pim. I like to see it.
Yeah, he's got
Hey,
it.
Zach. Lots of prep is happening. You got that right. Good luck to everyone headed to Peace Bridge. Have lots of fun, says John. And the mage says, yes, he has the Jay-Z.
Yeah, not quite as good.
Not quite, but it could be fatal.
The way he gets all the chains off, it's nice.
Yeah.
He has the 1, the 4, and then play the 5. You
Yep.
start with an ally, which I know you won't, but
But not me, no.
if normal people start with an ally.
Yeah, I know. You're not playing too many allies, though.
No, 1 or 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2 too many.
Yeah, could be. But the ally pair's nice with the mass reduction too.
Yes. Yeah, because then it doesn't matter if they throw a lockout on their character from the ally because you weren't going to attack that character again. You're just, hey, discard some cards.
Right.
Zach, are you all set? You got your deck ready? You know what you're playing? I'm really excited to see somebody else show up with the Henry Pym deck. Now, if you're pairing him with Onslaught, are you going to do Cannon Fodder onto Henry Pym and get that +2 to his multi-power cards for defense? Make everybody attack him. He does have an avoid.
Yeah, numerical.
Yeah.
Would be a good way to get rid of them.
Yep. Wait a minute. We don't want to get rid of Pym. Hey, thank you, Josh, for reminding everybody. Don't forget to like the stream. We appreciate that. And most of you are already subscribed. The subscriptions are huge. Thank you so much. Wow, we got 12 viewers already and 4 likes. Thanks, guys.
The goat just showed up.
The goat is in the room. Zach's playing Henry Pym too, he says. No, that's probably not what he's meant, but I can't reveal all of my tricks. I know, Sean, I know. I'm excited. Keep us in suspense. My deck is ready to rumble, says Ricky. He put the Absorbing Man on there after watching Thursday night's battles. Oh, that was fun, playing Absorbing Man. I think it'd have been a little more fun if I'd had another one of the JCs.
Yeah. Henry Pym.
Yeah, and if I'd have had the Power Mimic Light. I didn't have it. So I couldn't put those 2 cards in the deck. But that's, hey, Captain, how are you? Thanks for the reminder, Josh. Just hit it. Thank you. I appreciate that, Captain. Hello and happy Overpower Ventures Monday, everybody. We got a good crowd in here already tonight, so let's just tell everybody right now, no Thursday night battles this week. Sorry. We are going to be getting ready for Peace Bridge, and I'm going to have all the equipment already packed up and ready to go. Ricky says, Absorbing Man's the GOAT. Just a slight exaggeration there, Ricky. Just a slight one. But he was fun to play that one time. I think we've had a request from John, who's in the chat, to play Hellfire
Black King.
Club or Black King. I think I'm going to play Black King. Somebody else on Facebook wants to see Deathlock. So I never played Deathlock on the stream. I think we just played fun games with Deathlock.
Yeah.
So I'll put Deathlock back together and we'll play a Deathlock match on Thursday night battles in the future. Uh-oh, Josh says Warlock deck with the no specials event. You might as well, because Warlock ain't got no specials.
Yeah. Better go teamwork heavy.
Yeah. Marcel says, I can hear the music, Captain. You know what? It's going to be fun. When Marcel shows up, I pull an electric guitar out of my jacket and play Bret Hart's entrance theme. Okay. Let's go Blue Jays. What place are the Blue Jays in right now?
Probably last.
Probably last. Yeah, 'cause I think Boston's having a pretty good season.
I don't know.
Uh-oh. He's gonna check me. Hey, Cameron. Cameron says, hey, Doug and Phil, how are you guys? And how's everyone in chat doing? I'm doing great. Super excited to be in Canada this weekend. How long's our drive?
5.5, 6 hours.
5.5, 6 hours. Ooh, let's try and make it 5.
Oh,
Who's in first place? Baltimore?
no, the Yankees.
Oh, the Yankees. The Yankees suck. Well, were the Blue Jays
The
in
Blue
last?
Jays, no, they're one game ahead of the Devil Rays. Or I guess just the Rays now.
Okay. Well, you can't win them all every year, right?
They're only half a game behind the Red Sox. So.
Uh-oh. Boston better get in gear.
That's a tough division.
Yeah, it
Yankees
sure
already,
is.
They already have 45 wins, and Baltimore has 42.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Sox with 33?
Yankees have the best record in baseball.
Well, they should. They probably got the highest payroll,
Well,
too.
I'm sure every year.
Yeah.
Actually, the Indians are pretty good, actually, somehow.
Oh, yeah? How many wins they got?
42.
42. Okay.
And the Phillies are right there.
The Phillies. That'll make Reverend Larry happy.
Yeah.
Where's Reverend Larry? Can't wait to tune in to the Peace Bridge Tourney. Friday night, we're going to be there doing some live streaming. Let's see. Are they running an event? There's no event, right?
No, it's just a social hour.
Okay. So I'll hook up and we'll do some live stream games and maybe do some interviews. Marcel or Mr. Keffer will come on.
I'm sure they will.
We'll talk to them, maybe get the trans up online. First place Yankees, says Scott Flint. Oh, nope, the Dodgers have the highest payroll. Wow. Well, yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Ohtani.
Are the Yankees second? Sad that I couldn't make it to Peace Bridge this year, but looking forward to Seattle, says Josh. Yeah, Seattle's, that's going to be big. It's going to be, it'll be fun. We'll meet a lot of new people.
Yeah.
People we've never met before, except online.
Yeah, I think there's, 6 or 7 newbies?
Yeah, maybe more. Yeah, they're over 20 now
Oh, they're way over.
for Seattle.
Oh, Seattle?
Seattle.
I don't know about Seattle.
No, I know
They're
they-
over 20. I don't know
20.
how many.
I thought I saw 22. I could be wrong. Captain says I've been getting caught up on the OKC shootout videos. Phil sounds even more chill and subdued than normal to the commentary, and it makes me feel like I'm watching golf. Wow.
Nice putt, Doug.
Phil, were you that chill? Ah, jeez. It's going to be fun. I don't know who's going to be doing the commentary this time. All of Ohtani's dollars are deferred.
That's a lot of them were. He somehow got paid over 20 years or something, I think.
Sheesh. Hey, John, you can just skip that kind of crap from Scott Flint. He don't know what he's talking about. He fell and bumped his head as a kid.
Never recovered.
Never recovered.
That's okay in Swiss.
So I think Joe's going to be there playing, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to commentate. I don't.
No.
Oh,
No commentator.
Josh.
Yeah, I think it is Josh. Maybe Sean, too.
Um,
The hangman.
yeah.
Sawyer.
And it looks like Sean won't be able to make another event until. Oh, wait a minute. I thought Sean was out of the country.
Yeah, but I think he's going to commentate somehow.
Oh, okay. So he's not coming to the event,
No,
though.
he's not coming to
That's
the
too
event.
bad. Marcel says, I am curious of the meta for Niagara. What do you think people will play, Phil and Doug? Honestly, I'm expecting to see about half the decks will have Spawn Scarlet Witch. I think it'll be heavy.
Do you?
Yeah. I mean, I may show up with Spawn Scarlet Witch and Henry Pym.
I think it's going to be a big JW tournament.
A big
I-
JW.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people playing Heroes for Hire.
Well, yeah, if I don't take Pym, Heroes for Hire is one of my backup choices.
Yeah.
Yeah. What? You think half of them will play Heroes
No, I
for
don't know
Hire?
about half, but I mean, I think there's 34 or 36 people registered. So I don't think there'd be 18, but could be a combination of
I-
8 to 10 decks with Heroes / White Queen.
Okay, do you want to split it up that? Yes. I wouldn't be surprised at that. Scott Flint says, I'm the Swiss Superman. Yes, you're the single elimination first eliminator. Cameron says, still waiting for my custom deck that Dave made for me to come in the mail. There was a delay. Sorry, Cameron. You know, the post office, it happens sometimes.
Well, the good news, we're not here this week anyway. He's the guy from Portsmouth that wants to play with us.
Oh, okay. Is he going to come up? Cameron, you going to come up and play? We'll play just about any Saturday or Sunday. Sunday afternoons are good, too. John says Cadillacs on draw threes are guaranteed. Yeah, Phil Keffer kind of made the draw three decks popular. I think there'll be quite a few variations of that. Somebody asked the same question in the Facebook page. And somebody said, oh, the Cadillac, but he said Starjammers.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to see some Starjammer decks.
Yeah. Starjammers are always fun to play.
Yeah, I enjoy playing them.
Yeah. Old Spawn, Heroes for Hire deck might turn up. I've heard a rumor. Yep, that wouldn't surprise me at all.
I don't like that combination, but I've tried that before. It's tough
It's
because your 8s are all split, and your JW's not near as effective when you have to go fighting to
or
defend spawn.
right, or if it's in any power,
Right.
because there's a lot of times those any power follow-ups don't do the KO.
Yeah, I don't feel those decks are near as good.
Yeah, but you put Spider Woman and Spider Girl on there. and
Yeah, but
you got a lot of defense.
Yeah, but just
No
no
negate.
No negate at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. Tyler made that deck pretty popular.
Yeah, it's good. It's just I don't think it's great.
It's kind of amazing to me that we have no new cards in over 20 years, and guys are coming up with some really creative decks now.
Yeah. Well, we got MOE and we got Marvels
Well, yeah, but
and
still.
the Essentials.
And the Essentials. When did MOE come out?
Maybe 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay, so we're still getting some pretty creative decks 4 or 5 years later out of the last set that was put out.
Yeah.
The Marvel stuff was always out there.
Right. I mean, it made a few of the villains playable. I mean, you got Abomination that's playable now. Juggernaut's playable. Green Goblin's semi-playable.
Yeah, you don't really see them in competitive tournaments very often, though.
You could.
You could. Josh played. Do you have an Abomination? Who do you have with
He
his
had,
girl? Fairchild.
He had the Reavers
Oh,
with Heroes.
okay. Cameron says, John, I never seen a deck like that before. Yeah, you get in the competitive scene, Cameron, you'll see it real quick. It's kind of crazy. The commentary in the K shootout was an improvement in my opinion because there was more explanation of what was being played and why. The earlier videos with commentary tended to assume the watcher knew everything that a tournament player would know, and I was still lost a lot of the time. I understand that. That's great. I'm glad they were explaining things better. Punting DOW made more decks viable. Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, it's helped.
Yeah.
I mean, you're seeing a lot more battle sites, which really opens up the creativity of the game.
Right. Yeah, it allows you to do a lot of fun stuff. The Mage says most characters are playable. The problem is they don't always gel with the popular meta and the continued need for negate characters.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing that is still lacking. You have to play one of the 7 or 8 heroes if you want to negate.
Yeah, if you want to negate and an 8, you've already locked up 2 characters of your 4.
Yeah.
And,
And then you want team defense and back or some offense with Hawkeye.
Yeah. It
You're
really
limited to
limits
one
who
person.
You can play.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't know how we're going to change that unless,
Yeah, I don't think that ever changes.
you don't think?
No.
I bet BNG does something.
Yeah.
Maybe less team defensive cards.
Yeah, I mean, or they start nuking the. I mean, you'll have the Golden Age type series that they had mentioned.
Yeah.
And modern, so.
Or they might put out more negates.
Right.
If they do, I hope they get that Marvel license and give Henry Pym one.
Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic does deserve a negate, but he's already an 8 with a
Yeah.
draw 3.
Yeah, he can't get one.
That would, you'd see
AJ had a good point. You could make it a 1 per deck negate.
some form of a 1 per deck, a negate that's a
Right.
1 per deck.
Or give it to the 4 freedoms like an aspect.
No, AJ, you're not getting that.
I mean, you'd only get to place the 1 negate. That's all they would have,
Yeah,
plus the sight.
plus the site. No, they don't need anything else. Josh says full team defense seems to still be pretty necessary. It's helpful, that's for sure, because you got to throw an awful lot of offense at somebody to get through their 4 defenders. They got 3 teammate avoids and a negate sitting there placed. It's going to make it tough.
Yeah.
What's this about a Golden Age series? Asked the captain.
So they're talking about once they produce the new set from BMG that there would be a modern and then there would be like a legacy / Golden Age type play format.
Yeah, that's years down the road, though.
That's some time from now.
Yeah, years after their first release.
Yeah, they've got to get some sets produced.
Right. Let's get something out there. Mage says fewer cards with global defense will just make more people stick with the few that have them. This is true, except if BMG's putting out new cards and it's modern and you can't go back and use the Marvel characters in this new format, you'll have what is there, which is nothing. That was my point. If they don't make teammate or character may defend or may avoid attack 9 or less, then you can't play it. Wow, Starjammers is kind of weak. Perhaps they need a 1 through 9 negate combo card. Non-OPD, playable from reserve and able to keep dupes. Only then they might be tournament viable. Yep, I think we'd probably see them on a few decks with that.
I wouldn't put them in reserve.
Yeah. Josh says the Inhumans EE is basically a negate. It's close. Well, it doesn't
No, not
defend a
really.
draw 3.
Yeah.
It can't remove avoid when attack may not be attacked for remainder of battle. It just defends.
It's kind of like the opposite of the Morbius negate.
Yeah.
It's the exact opposite of the Morbius negate.
Right. Print more ED specials. That would help, says John,
Yeah, I don't like them. That's the Morbius negate.
which does
Which blocks the draw 3s and the Razas, but
a non-numerical
Non-numerical.
negate.
they're all right, but they're situational.
Right. And most of the time, you're not going to have it when you need it.
Right.
No. How about 2 per deck cards?
I think they're talking about that too.
Seriously?
I think so.
I like the 1 and the unlimited. It gets kind of complicated if you're only allowing 2.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to really hurt. It's going to help Scott Flint's deck because he plays with 2 aspects anyways, with 2 ANEX. Then he'll just probably run a 3rd,
Yeah.
whether it's legal or not, right? Marcel says Mage dropping hints. He is playing jammers. The EE is the one that Inhumans or teammate may avoid one attack made with a special card.
Yeah, or it's the Sentinels.
Or
code as
remove
well.
one special.
It's also the Sentinels code for the power card. X-Men cards.
The Master Mold and
Master
Street
Molds.
Profit.
Right.
All right, except it defends a special instead of a power card.
Yeah.
Captain says the Morbius negate would only block a Raza if it was played on Morbius, right?
I'll probably switch the night before,
You're correct.
Marcel. I can't.
Miller, are you locked in on a deck, or are you going to do the classic Miller switch the night before? We were talking about that right before we went live on the air, and he has not locked down anything.
I think my deck's locked down. I haven't locked down a site yet.
You think?
Yeah.
Okay, well, you haven't really play tested it yet, though.
Yeah.
All right. I saw the 2PD in the anonymous video. Mage says 2 per deck is a stupid idea. It creates an enforcement hassle. Yeah, it does. It makes it hard. And Ricky says, or the Miller forgot my deck.
That's a true story, though.
Yeah, it is true. He did forget his deck and put one together on the spur of the moment and went 9-0,
10-0.
10-0. No captain target wouldn't matter, says John on that captain's question. Is Morbius negate only for him, or is it for team?
That's for the team.
For the team, okay.
It doesn't negate anything that's in a numerical attack.
Okay. And that was out of Mission Control?
Yeah. They should have burnt that set.
It was fun when it came out. The problem was you got a whole set out of the box.
Right.
And
Although the Sentinels are fun.
yes. the
And
Sentinels are
Nightcrawler.
good. Yep. But you didn't have to buy more than one box.
Right.
So,
2 at the most.
Well,
You might have missed
yeah.
a few events or something, but
All right, if you like having a lot of extras.
Right.
So you don't have to change cards from deck to deck like I'm doing all the time now. I've seen some boxes on Mission Control online, but nothing in my price range yet.
oh, I have a box if you want it.
No, I think it'd be fun to open. We opened a few packs.
Live stream it.
You know, like, yeah. I think the cheapest I've seen them, like 89, but they're not
Oh,
selling
wow.
for that.
Yeah.
I think they should be around 70, 75.
Yeah, it's like a $40 box, in my opinion.
Wow, 40. You can get
Dollar a pack.
you get a lot more out of 40 though. If you put them up there. I think they'll sell quick if somebody would start listing them at 75.
I mean, there's nothing rare in it.
There's nothing rare in it, but people think the box is rare because they're new to the game.
Yeah.
Let's see. I was referencing the anonymous video. Says Josh, Phil Miller. Chris needs some play testing.
Yeah, as always.
Well,
Josh, or Captain, I had built the Cadillac with Any Heroes, which just spawned Starjammer, Scarlet Witch, and Doctor Strange at the Valhalla tournament.
yeah. Mage says that Morbius Negate became a much better option as more and more non-numeric cards became prevalent, like the draw threes.
Yeah, it helps.
Yeah. Phil, what was the spur of them? Oh, okay. John says, make Trick Transport defensive again, and Nightcrawler will see play.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially if you can lock down your own heroes with it.
Yeah. Scott says it was the Cadillac. Yep, he did build the Cadillac and proceeded to put the beat down on everyone. That was, what tournament was that?
Valhalla.
Valhalla, right. Man, it seems like so long ago.
It was.
Yeah.
Last September. It's been a while. Almost a year.
No. Well,
Almost.
8 or 9 months. Yeah. Wow. I haven't seen Vlad in the chat yet. Did he officially cancel on us?
Not official.
Not official. Okay. And did he
Just said-
register?
he just said it wasn't looking good.
No, but he hasn't registered either.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe just stop by and pick him up.
Yeah, we'll just swing by and say, let's go. We'll give him like 15-minute notice. Say, we're almost there. I think it'll be fun. I think we'll see a lot of new decks because, you know, the Bertrands and Zach and his brother,
Yeah. I'm playing something totally new.
they'll come up with some creative stuff.
Yeah. My deck's totally unique and different.
It is. It is not a Cadillac, and it's not a variant of the Cadillac, unlike me, who may show up with Henry Pym variant of the Cadillac. We'll see. It'll be fun. The tournament after this will be ours, right? The OP Cup's the next one. So we'll have a little while for people to see what was played up there and rethink things. Hey, Doug. How are you? Amen to... Oh, Trick Transport.
Marcel, we don't need to practice the anthem.
I totally forgot every word of it. Scott said you played 3 Rozes and 2 draw threes. Yeah,
helps.
that would work. I'm excited. I think a lot of guys are coming up with some creative decks, but they don't want to tell anybody yet. So we'll see how they all work out. Like, mine is unique and never before seen, said Ricky. See, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
A lot of guys are playing things that haven't been out there before. There's a lot of guys are new to the game.
Right.
So they're bringing new creative ideas to the forefront, and we'll try some things and see what happens. I bet Ricky doesn't play Absorbing Man, though.
No, I don't think so.
Does the Silver Sable special that lets you place unlimited teamwork cards ever see play? I have thought of rigging a deck focused on increasing the placing capacity, but not sure it's feasible.
No. You
No.
won't see that played.
Um,
She can only place, well, I guess 3 total teamworks anyway. But she can only play the fighting one from reserve.
yeah, she'd have to be on the front line. And
Be cool out of a battle site for somebody like Spawn or Heroes for Hire.
yeah, but it is kind of a wasted card. There's no venture.
Right.
Your opponent's probably not going to negate it.
I just recommend you play Fairchild if you're going to try something like that. She can place the 2 universe cards from her inherent.
Phil, do I know what you are playing? Asked Scott Flint.
He does not.
You do not have a clue, Scott, as normal. You are clueless. Could it be the Shadow Cat this time? Asked Ricky. I doubt it. I doubt it. Although,
Wouldn't put it past Ricky.
no, and I love the Shadow Cat
Ghostly
character.
Phase.
We all love the Shadow Cat character. She's got some great cards.
Yeah.
And just
Yeah,
hard
she's
to
so
find.
good. Just
Ricky, all
unfortunately,
your
a Max
decks are
6.
unique and never before seen, says Marcel. Yeah, there's a lot of truth in that. I detect no lie there.
Marcel, you and Phil going to be something unique with the new elite status that you're doing?
Yeah, Marcel, what about you? You bringing something new and unique? John says Silver Sable off the battle site to Galactus.
That'd be fun.
Yeah, he could play a few teamworks, huh? Has anyone ever played a Galactus in
Yeah.
a tournament and actually did well with him?
Well, I don't know. Jack's brother had played a Galactus deck. It was decent. It was Incredible Hulk, Mojo, and I think Sable or 3-stat Strange, something like that. It was decent.
Okay.
Backing up the Teamworks. Had his negate.
Yeah.
Low on specials. I think he ran the anti-energy type stuff with the no specials.
Okay. Marcel says Miller is playing Galactus.
You will never find me playing Galactus.
Never?
No.
Never say never.
Never.
Huh?
Unless it's like a fun tournament or something.
I don't think it'd even be fun. How many points is he?
He's 24.
24?
And I think Ballantine may have had a decent deck with it that went to the semifinals.
Yep, he just popped up. I used Galactus, came in third.
Yeah, he had a
Hulk,
Yeah.
Colossus, Dazzler.
Dazzler.
Galactus in reserve.
yeah.
Okay.
And I think he was doing the same thing. The no specials and the anti-energy, the Fatal Attraction event set.
Okay.
And you got Galactus defending Dazzler with the power cards from reserve,
Oh,
so
nice.
you can make them strength. The shrink deck.
Yeah. That makes some killer teamworks.
It's good, and you get Absorb Sound, and you get to drop 3, pitch 3 from your hand from Colossus.
Wow.
So yeah, the specials he has in there is good, and the teamworks are killer.
Man,
He would just-
Sean, how'd you only get third place?
He would just bet to the moon when he had the no specials, and just he normally always had a bunch of teamwork with power cards.
Sure. Captain says, yeah, the hardest thing about figuring out a placing capacity deck is that none of the cards get you venture when first played. Yeah. But maybe if all my characters did something like that and I could place an absurd number of cards, it could be a net benefit eventually.
Yeah, he played that in the tournament that Marcel went 10-0, the first OP Cup, where Phil and Marcel played in the finals.
In the first OP Cup?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he lost. He beat Josh in the semifinals.
Captain says, thanks for the fair child tip, Phil. John said, I went 4-3 with Galactus in Boston 3 years ago. Okay, nice. I saw Marcel says, I predict an elite overpower member to win this tournament.
I think there's money riding on it. We'll see.
Elite overpower. How many members are there of Elite Overpower? Just Marcel?
Just him and Phil, I think.
Oh, okay. All right. We shall see. Let's see. Ricky says, I predict a mistaken for each other overpower member to win this tournament. So, Ricky or Justin. All right. Galactus should be able to play DOW, says Scott.
There should be an odd shark report coming out before too long.
There should be a what? Oh, yeah. What's the odds? Marcel says that first OP Cup final was almost 2,000 views on YouTube.
Oh, really? Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Josh says, I'm trying to think of a good strength team without Heroes for Hire.
Yeah, that if you actually have time, go back and watch that final. It's pretty funny.
Between
Yeah, Phil and Marcel. Phil discards a bunch of cards, and Marcel bets for the win. And then he essentially just plays Doug Ramsey open-handed.
Marcel did?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
On himself. He didn't have to. He just did
Yeah,
it.
he just did it.
Yeah,
because-
he was up that much.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
just
wasn't going to matter.
Way too many cards.
Yeah. Yes, I don't think there is a good strength team without Heroes for Hire. Well, I'm sure there is.
Good what?
A good strength team without Heroes for Hire.
It'd be tough, yeah.
Heroes for Hire makes every deck better.
I mean, you can do something similar to what Sean did. I mean, you can throw like Dark Side and Reserve with Dazzler and make it strength based and anti-energy.
And Darkseid don't got that many good specials anyways.
Right.
So,
Yeah, just leave him in reserve.
Yeah.
And he backs up the Hawk's power pack perfectly.
Yeah.
And he gives you the energy teamwork from Dazzler. He backs up to 6 energy.
Captain says, so Marcel, did I understand correctly that you did well with a placing capacity deck? No, I don't think that's what he was playing. No, OP Cup, who did he play? Do you remember his team? Marcel?
Yeah, he played the variant of the Cadillac, but had Ghost Rider instead of Starjammers.
Okay.
So Spawn, Scarlet Witch, Ghost Rider, old Doctor Strange.
Yeah, that Ghost Rider character's tough.
Oh, really tough. Yeah, I think he's better than the Jammers.
Better than the Jammers
I think so.
because of his inherent.
The Inherent, he can play 3 teamworks. He's got to pitch a card. And they both
Which is
have the-
opponent discard, not
Right, not a
target
target.
character.
A lot of people would disagree because he's an extra point for the deck building, but he does lose the 11. But to me, the Starjammers, all their big hits are any powers. You can take all of them and not be KO'd. You'd be at 19, but
Scott says Marcel falls asleep to that video every night.
but Ghost Rider's faster too. He has a 4, make an additional that you can play the pitch a card or the penance there.
Right.
So to me, he's slightly better.
Um,
And he pairs better with Heroes and Spawn.
yeah. But I don't know about better. At least the Jammers are a 7. That's 1 point in their favor over
Yeah.
this max 6.
Yeah, just the fighting grid. The other fighting characters are all pretty weak besides Heroes and Spawn, in my opinion.
Well, hey, Eric Counts has
Reavers are
finally
decent.
joined us. Hi, Eric. How are you? Eric will be in Canada.
Looking forward to it.
Let's see. You said there's like 34, 35?
I thought I saw 34 last time I looked.
Okay. So that will be, I want to be on that Ed Memorial Tournament plaque.
Where we can spell your team wrong or your name.
That was hilarious. All those misspellings.
Yeah. Wonder if Josh really got mad.
There's every other comment was a different, someone found another misspelling.
Yeah.
And I was like, did anybody proofread that thing? 17 viewers and only 7 likes so far. Josh, thanks for bringing that up. Come on, guys,
Yeah.
hit the like button.
We're still at 34. for
30
Peace Bridge.
34. Okay, that's still a good number. The plaque is gorgeous. Yes, if you don't read it. Yep, Sean, we're still at 34. And if we can get Vlad to come up, we'll get it. That'll make 35.
Pull Scotty out of the woodwork.
I doubt if Scotty's going to be able to make it.
Come on, Scotty.
Captain, I have done very well with broad control decks. The Inhumans are better than both, says Scott Flint. Inhumans are better than Ghost Rider and Starjammers.
I have to disagree with that.
I mean, yeah.
No.
Mage says we can make a game of spotting the misspellings on the plaque, sort of like Where's Waldo? Yeah.
Got one.
Yeah. At first, I just read everything, and then everyone said, well, what about that?
Donald Pierce.
And it's like, what? How many misspellings can you have on one plaque? I don't think Inhumans are better. Inhumans they're an 8. They have an 8 and a 9,
And a target.
and a target character may not attack.
And a 4 discard all your
And a
cards.
4, if successful, discard all place cards. But how often is that really?
And Royal Family.
And Royal Family. Other than that, they don't have anything.
They're very good. I mean, I don't know. They're a lot more points than the Jammers for sure. I guess it just kind of depends.
21 to 19.
Right,
And then Ghost Rider's 20,
right. Just kind of depends what you need, I guess, for the deck.
or what you want.
The Inhumans are tough because you have to play them with an energy deck. And then you have to find somebody that brings their point cost down. So it's typically Scarlet Witch.
Which then, what other 8 do you play
Right.
with him?
Then you typically
Doctor
play
Strange
Spawn
or Spawn.
Yeah.
Yep. You can't play both.
Well, you can. You can
3
run-
stat.
Right.
Strange, right?
Yeah. Which is what Scotty does.
Captain says, Marcel, forgive my newbiness, but what is board control.
He doesn't know. He just said it.
he heard it on the internet one day and thought it sounded good. Mage says, and humans are undoubtedly solid. Captain says, and what's this plaque everyone is talking about? Yeah, Captain's not on Facebook, so he don't know. It's a little cold in here, guys. Sorry. There's a plaque for this Peace Bridge Memorial Tournament, and the winner's name gets put on the plaque along with the deck that they played.
Yeah, I agree, Sean. That 4 I play every time because it's a must block. And it's really off suit.
And there's 3 names on the plaque already. Just 2 right now, and like 3 misspellings on the plaque already. So if you go on Facebook, Captain, you can see it, but maybe somebody will share a picture.
Yeah, so my prediction for the meta is going to be defense heavy and JW heavy.
Defense heavy, always. And you think they're going to play a lot of JWs.
Yeah, and I think you'll see some of the sprinkled in draw 3 decks with like an Eric Counts and maybe Keffer, Marcel type deal.
Marcel says, nice hat. Says Marcel's Amanda.
Yep, this is a goat hat.
Did you beat him so he had to give you a hat? Is that what it was?
No.
Oh, he just did it?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe it was for all the beatings you gave him.
Marcel can be nice once in a while.
Oh, really? Just not when he's playing overpower, though.
Got to turn off the nice switch.
Yeah. I think there'll be a lot of Cadillacs. New players tend to fall back on that. I don't know. We'll see. Howard got the plaque from Starbucks. Yeah. Starbucks employees don't really care about spelling someone's name right. They're just slapping it on a cup and handing it out. So you would think the plaque would have been a little better. Where is Howard? We had a question for Howard. I don't remember what it was. If Howard shows up in the chat, maybe we'll remember. Who else hasn't showed up in the chat yet?
He's probably engraving the plaque himself.
Yeah, he's probably still yelling at the engraver. How could you do that? So what time are we going to get started on Saturday morning? Did they announce that?
It's supposed to be 10, but no
10?
earthly idea if they start on time. Howard runs a pretty good ship, though, so.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try to help him.
It's usual. Well,
So
is
you'll probably be
Justin
late.
coming? Justin and Ricky are pretty good too.
Yeah.
They can pitch in.
I know
and
Justin helps with the challenge type stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, what would be smart is if he would do everything the night before, honestly, and just have it ready to go in the morning, is what I would do. There's
Well-
your suggestion, Howard.
Everyone's supposed to be registered now, so.
Right. So I'm just saying
That's-
that you have it already paired and ready to rock and roll. Everybody registers the night before and you have the pairings. You sit down at 10 o'clock and you already know who your first opponent is.
That would be good. We'll see. With that many players, it's going to be interesting. Hopefully, no hiccups along the way.
Yeah. I mean, if you collect the registration money the night before, too, is a big help.
And
Because you got people like McMillan that show up at 10:15.
give him a first round loss.
Yeah.
Group photo at 9:45, Mr. Keffer says.
There we
So
go.
we do a group photo and then we all grab a seat.
And you don't leave the photo booth until you've paid.
And what's it cost to play? 80?
I have no idea.
75? I can't remember. We got to check into that. That's what I was going to ask Howard.
I got a free roll.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. John says, I think anti-teamwork events will be everywhere. I don't know. A lot of guys run teamwork, so it's
Nah,
hard to play
I don't think that will happen.
anti-teamwork events. Captain says, on one of the OKC shootout videos, there was a lot of talk about a special card called Energy Flow or E-Flow.
Yeah, that's the Polaris card. So the Polaris card that you put in play, have to play it offensively so your opponent does have a chance to negate it before it gets put in play. And if it gets in play, it stays for the remainder of the game. You can shift any power card to that card that you're choosing,
So it's kind of like Stars and Garters light,
but only for power
only
cards.
power cards. Stars and
But-
Garters or any attack.
But it's a non-one per deck, so you can stack them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
it's-
there's follow-up on them teamworks.
Right. So it's similar to the Captain Britain's his avoids specials, but you can stack them as well.
Yeah.
The Britain's champ.
Phil Keffers. Marcel says, King Keffer, what are you playing? And Mage says it's $80 US.
80 US.
Ricky says the Marvel special. $50 for prize and 30 food, $80 total.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. And Sean says Polaris is another criminally underrated, underused character. So many good cards. Yeah.
She does. She has
Hey,
a ton,
Austin.
She has a ton of good cards. It's actually funny. One of the games that McMillan's playing in OKC Shootout, he beats Joe. He throws the Polaris 4, which, if it's successful, you get to tuck all the hits on Polaris's current battle. They go to the permanent record, affects venture total. And he pulled off like 16 or 17 points of venture.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Brutal.
Joe, how could you do that?
I think he had his other character locked out. He was forced to attack her, but
Oh,
couldn't defend the 4, unfortunately.
a 4.
And you can throw that on the battle site if somebody's playing a battle site and still tuck the points.
Holy cow. Is that out of the Marvels?
No, that's out of the X-Men set.
Really? I don't remember that card at all.
Yeah, it's a 4 energy.
Okay. Have to look into that. Mr. Keffer, Scott Flynn is asking what you're charging for autographs this year. And Austin, what got you guys into Overpower? That was the whole theme of last week's show. You might want to go back and watch that. It was a lot of fun. We talked about what got us into the game and what brought us back if we ever left, which most of us did at one point, except Phil. You never quit playing.
Well, when I was in Florida, I mean, there was nobody to play with.
Right.
I'd play with my brother-in-law occasionally.
You just sit there and build decks all day.
Yeah.
Josh says, does anyone think Doomsday is at all playable? DC, I know.
He is not.
He is not. You don't remember because she's criminally underused. You got that right, Sean. She is, especially when she's got to avoid one attack from a teamwork.
She's way better from Krakoa, though, in my opinion.
Okay.
She's got 4 playable cards, maybe 5 if you want to play the 1 per deck. She's got the teamwork avoid. She's got a 5 fighting that is the Jay-Z.
Yep.
She's got the new energy flow from the Marvels. And she's got the 4 that tucks all the hits. So it's similar to the Holocaust card, but gives you a little bit of venture to boot. But it can be blocked instead of negated.
Okay. Yeah, but is that 4 that tucks everything, is that a 1 per deck?
No.
Oh, holy cow. Yeah. Mr. Keffer says, I'll make sure my character's names fit on the plaque. Just like last year, he says. And Ricky wants to know what's the fun in that. Eric counts Kazar, EY, opponent may not use cards with energy icon. KG may not be attacked by card with greater than 7 value.
I'm not sure what he's asking, but
I'm not sure either, Eric. Sorry.
I mean, that's a good card he got out of the Marvels.
Um,
Unfortunately, I don't think it makes him discard any of them. So you don't really know if they have energy icons or not.
Mage says pair Polaris with Beyonder for extra fun.
Yeah, she's 17 points.
Yeah,
And she can play power cards from reserve. She's very good.
but is she better than the White Queen to play with Beyonder?
Depends what you want, I
Yeah,
guess.
be fun. It's not as fun as the
A
JW.
little more defensive.
Rogue 2 may not attack Rogue. Are those cards all defensive?
No, they're not.
No, I know the Rogue isn't, right?
The Kazar is, where he can't be attacked by a 7 or greater. But the Rogue Southern Belle is not defensive.
Okay.
When,
Marcel,
when they
20
say target opponent or target character, it's always an offensive action. So similar to like Trick Transport. Target character may not attack or be attacked. Target opponent may not attack unless they attack them first type of cards.
What about White Queens? White Queen may not attack or be attacked this battle.
It's offensive.
Offensive.
Unfortunately.
She plays it on herself. She can't
She can play it on herself, but has to put it in play offensively.
offensively. She can't defend an attack with it, which does suck. The Mage says Eric counts. No, that one is not defensive.
Which one?
Phil Kever says, I have a $20 bill with Marcel's autograph from the first K2. Estimated value, $6 Canadian, Phil.
Well, that'd be worth like $3.
$3? Phil Kever. Phil's 50 cents, says Sean. Eric says, cool. So Eric's trying to come up with something. He's got something brewing. He's going to try and bring something different.
Yeah, I mean, typically if you're going to ask about Kazar, you're playing them with the Savage Land.
Savage Land is nice. Scott Flint says a $1 loony.
I don't even think that gets you a candy bar up there.
Yeah. Hey, Scott, you and Chris coming up Sunday to do some play testing?
Marcel, I want that coffee crisp.
Call what?
He's been promising me a certain candy bar for the last 3 or 4 years.
Nah, he
Forgets it every time.
Nah, they probably don't even make it.
Yeah.
By the way, did you notice I brought our logo and our names back? I finally figured that one out.
Yeah,
It's on there.
but yeah, I see.
And it even says Doug in front of me and Phil in front of you.
That works.
Yeah. King's got all the treasures, says Marcel. Yeah, he does got an interesting collection, don't he?
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
I'm
Eric
actually
says
gonna-
he is looking at Savage Land.
Yeah. I'm actually going to go out there a little early and stay with Keffer before Boston.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can walk through the Overpower Museum?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Get the grand tour.
No, we don't have coffee crisp in the U.S., Sean. I've never heard of it. Are you guys playing on Sunday? AJ wants to know.
Sunday?
Sunday. This is Monday. We'll be in Canada, AJ.
I mean, we'll be driving home at some point.
Oh, he's just trying to remind me that, no, Scott and Chris ain't coming up because we'll be in Canada.
Oh.
Yeah, I was thinking we still had one more Sunday. Thanks, AJ, for reminding me. No, we're not playing Sunday. We'll be driving back from Canada.
Well, we might play Sunday, but
We might? No. I'll be done. And for a 6-hour drive home. Let's see. Get ready for king-size coffee crisp, it says Marcel.
oh,
All right. For everybody,
king size.
Captains, as Absorbing Man's molecular mimic special seems extremely unclear. You play it with a basic universe for a stat bonus, but it doesn't say if it has to be one he can use or how much of a bonus he gets.
He gets the bonus of whatever he's playing, so he can play any basic universe, and you get however many points is on that basic universe. So if you play it with a 1, you only get a bump of 1. If you play a 2, a bump of 2. Obviously, you'd want to play the 3. So you could make him potentially an 8, 8, 7, and a 4, I think. Or yeah. I guess he could be a 10 too.
What?
Yeah. I mean, it's a useless card. You're playing 2 cards just to bump his grid.
Yeah, it's not even an attack. It's
No.
just,
He can just play it from reserve. Is
yeah.
kind of the cool feature.
It's a cool idea because he's trying to absorb somebody's powers, but it didn't translate very well. Wrong brand, says Ricky. Coffee crisp.
It's cookie crisp, isn't it?
Yeah. Ages. I will be available for Tuesday. That's tomorrow. Wednesday p.m. for Ohio players.
Tuesday and Wednesday. Tomorrow and Wednesday.
All right. Let me think about that, AJ. I'll text you.
You off this Wednesday?
Yes, I am off Wednesday, but we got Origins next week. So I was thinking about coming in and working, getting ready for Origins. And guys, I'll tell you right now, if you've never been to Origins, it's a whole lot of fun. It is every game imaginable being played.
Yeah.
And I got a feeling if BMG does anything real soon, we'll be playing Overpower next year at Origins.
Oh, for sure.
And right here in Columbus, Ohio. So you guys will probably be making 3 trips to Columbus next year. You want to come for the Origins, the OP Cup, and the Champ of Champs. So,
Marcel, I don't think I ordered any lunch yet.
what did you guys order for lunch?
Maybe a burger. I can't remember, but I don't know if I did.
No, I am not eating that. No. I did not order that. I did order lunch.
You did.
Yeah. When I registered. You didn't when you
I don't
registered?
think I
Oh,
did.
you didn't register.
I registered.
Not officially.
Yeah, I think I officially registered.
Huh?
I think
Well,
so.
then you didn't order lunch?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Or maybe I didn't order breakfast. I didn't order something.
I don't remember what I ordered.
I normally don't eat before the event. If I do, it's something very, very light, like a Nutri-Grain bar or something.
Man, I got to have my oatmeal every morning.
I could do oatmeal, but I can't do hardcore eggs. And
Ricky's definitely looking forward to whatever that is. Is it poutine? Did I pronounce that right? Poutine?
yeah,
Corey is very much looking forward to it. I am not. Sorry. I haven't been to Origins since the late 90s. John, why did you quit coming to Origins? Yes, you should come back.
yeah, Origin's a lot of fun.
It is. Our store, Heroes and Games, is going to be sponsoring and running all the Hero Click events. So, who is that?
Can't see it.
Hold on. Okay.
All right.
That's just the maintenance guys trying, engineering department. They're going to come in and find out why it's so freaking cold in here. And on June 10th, it's freezing. Yeah, John, you need to come back. It's a lot of fun. Howard was saying there was a glitch on challenge with people's orders, so it's worth logging in to make sure your order is intact.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Ricky is going to wear a diaper, just in case. Captain said, what are hardcore eggs? Sounds awesome. Hardcore eggs?
Just eggs.
Just
that-
hard-boiled, I would
They
think.
don't always agree with me.
Yeah. You eat hard-boiled eggs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them.
Do you eat the whole thing? A lot of people eat just the
Sometimes
whites.
just the white.
Yeah. With a little bit of salt.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes a lot of salt. Yeah. Captain says, oh, I already read that one. Just to make sure to wear diapers. That's hilarious, Ricky, but no, I won't eat it. I'll check, I'll have to log in and see. I ordered something, but I don't remember what I ordered. But I'm not going for the food, so,
No, I care less about what I eat up there.
yeah. I'll grab some protein bars out of the store. I got a secret stash.
Cookies and cream.
No, actually, I want the creamy crisp. They're the best.
Better than
Have you had one of them?
I don't think so.
Whoa.
I think I had a peanut butter. I didn't like it as much.
You didn't like it?
Not as much as the cookies and cream.
Oh, no. No, it's not as good as cookies and cream, but you need creamy crisp. It's in the light blue wrappers. So check it out next time you're in the store. David Mack told me that I should come up to the OP Cup, says Cameron. Yeah, everyone is someone will be here for the OP Cup. And it's only, what, an hour and a half from you?
And he can meet me in Circleville and ride with me.
Oh, there you go. You got to ride. John says, poutine is great, Doug. You should at least try it. John, here's something about me that you don't know yet. I don't try different foods. I eat what I eat, and that's all I eat. I've been eating the same 5 things for 60 years now. I just don't normally try anything new. And it's very hard for me to do that.
Gonna be 61 in a couple weeks.
Yep, the week we come back, right after. How many Indie Hero decks do you guys think there will be? 1/3.
0.
No. Indie Hero? Please, be real. I know
Come
you're-
on, make a real deck, guys.
Oh, wow. I'm excited. I think this will be a competitive tournament, probably the hardest other than the Cup. Ricky says 19 Any Hero decks. Doug eats Jets. You got that right, Josh. I do eat a lot of Jets.
Yeah, I think-
Pizza and chicken.
I think there's going to be a decent amount of any heroes.
John says 40%.
Yeah, I would say 35 to 40% roughly.
I think 1/3. We're at 36, so that'd be 12.
Yeah.
Captain says, would it be possible to put Psylocke's Betsy Braddock in a deck with other characters that get some benefit from basic universe cards and actually have basic universe cards in your deck? Her inherent ability that adds basic universe bonuses to damage and venture seems to have potential. I don't know. Isn't Psylocke Betsy Braddock, she's a max 6, isn't she? Yeah.
She can use basic universe, something, I don't remember.
Yeah.
Actually, John Keffer played her. And if you want to see her, go to the Valhalla tournament from last year and watch the first round.
Okay.
John almost beats me with a lockout component.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I kill his Marauders and his Thor in the same hand. Well, he kills his own Thor, or his Beta Ray Bill. And he has the trick to move all the missions from defeated to reserved.
Yep.
Then he has lockouts for Betsy Braddock and Donald Pierce. He bets 5 for the win. I draw 3. He locks me out with both heroes. He adds 2 or 3 points to venture from his sight. I negate his first lockout. He negates my negate. I try to web hit a wizard. He negates my web.
Holy cow.
And I have the Fortress of Solitude to reset the venture. And he has literally 3 cards left in his deck, I think.
Oh.
And 2 of them are unplayable.
Oh. Well, you know what? You live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you had to try it.
Yeah. It's not fun to play against, but when
Yeah.
your opponent locks you out and you can't do anything. But you know
Right.
what? When
Yeah,
you
he
build
was-
a deck to do that, and it does what it's built to do.
Yeah, he was up like 12 points of venture, and I had no way to attack him. So I would have lost had I not had Fortress.
Wow. That's awesome. Phil Kever says, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad do you want to win this one, Mr. Miller? Oh, and you answered. You said 9.
Yeah. I haven't won this tournament, so it's on the bucket list.
Okay.
I've won every event besides this event.
Josh says, can you use Betsy with Dracula's armory? Well, yeah. But what's the goal? I don't know.
I think she does something. Her basic universe count to venture when they're successfully hit,
Oh, okay.
so they don't go away like the normal ones would.
Right. But the thing with Dracula's armory, you only get to use 1 universe card per hand.
Or is he talking Odin's Vault, or is he talking the armory?
Oh, he says armory. Oh.
Yeah.
But I think he meant Odin's Vault, right?
I don't know. I mean, the armory's the one with the basic universe. You would somehow have to bump her grid up to make that somewhat of a viable move, I think, if you're going to go that route.
Captain says, I knew there was a BMG location that made use of basic universe cards, but can't remember exactly what it did. Yep. Good night and good luck all, says John. Good night, John. We will see you in 1 week. Like I said, nothing going on Thursday night for Thursday night battles. All the equipment's going to be put away, packed up, ready to head out Friday morning sometime for Canada. Marcel lives there. Mr. Keffer, what time you going to arrive? Ricky, are you flying in? You got a ride from the airport or anything, Ricky? You need some transportation? I don't know how far the airport is from Howard's.
I don't know. If he's going to Buffalo, I think it's only like a 25, 30-minute venture. But you can get tied up with that border crossing type stuff.
Howard just logged in. Said, just got back home from doing my grandpa thing. Did he win again tonight, Howard?
Mr. Lacrosse.
Hopefully, yeah. Any questions? I had a question about cost, but it's been answered like 3 times. So we know it's
US.
$80. Phil Keffer's coming in Thursday night. He's going to get some rest.
He needs it.
Yep.
I think
Howard.
he takes that cargo van, so that's rough driving.
Here's a question for you, Howard. Did the menus or did the orders for meals get messed up? Do people need to check out, make sure that everything is still there? That was through a questionnaire on challenge.
Don't know.
You didn't do it.
I didn't do it.
All right. That's all right. I'll still let you eat something.
Bring my own meal.
Yeah. When you play a draw 3, do you discard duplicates based on the hand you started with or just what's in your hand at that point?
Just what's placed in your hand at that point.
Right. I can
If you
get
draw teamwork and you don't have a viable follow-up, the teamwork must be discarded,
Yep.
even if you have another draw 3.
Oh. Yeah, because you can't keep it based on, oh, I might get to draw 3 more and I might get that power card.
Yeah, we said the only scenario that might work is if you draw the any power teamwork, and you know you have another draw 3 and you're in your power pack. You know it's going to be playable, and potentially you could keep it.
Yeah, but you don't know that your opponent won't negate your second draw 3.
It's true.
I've seen you let me draw 3 once. Just because you knew you were going to negate it if I tried it a second time.
Got to defend one of them.
Right. Go ahead and draw 3 when you got the most cards in your hand and hope for the negates. Yeah.
I mean, you can always tuck tail and run at that point, unless they're going for the win.
Ricky does land in Buffalo at 6.
6 in the morning.
Sorry, Ricky, I think we'll be past Buffalo by then.
Maybe.
Maybe. Howard, you are the man. I am so excited. Sounds like everyone else is as well, says Marcel.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun event. There's going to be a lot of good premium players here.
Yep. Hey, there's Michael. Hi, guys. Just woke up from my nap. What did I miss?
He's retired.
Wow, Rumpelstiltskin.
Retired.
Slept right through everything.
Marcel, 615,
Negate the negate. I don't think Ricky will ever forget that. I would like one more person to sign up so I can focus on organizational stuff and let the rest of you compete. What? You're not going to play in this one? If you get one more? If it's an even amount, is what I'm...
Who's that, Howard?
Yeah. Oh, Howard is registered, so he makes 34.
Yeah.
So, wow, Howard. It's tough to play and run all that. I
Yes,
agree.
yep.
Hopefully, eventually BMG will take care of all that for you.
Howard, anybody, any late registries?
Yeah, are you expecting some more, Howard? What the opponent may or may not do is they're relevant. You can keep unusable if you have the ability to directly make them usable. Hey, Hal, how are you? How risky is it to run Devourer of Worlds in an Any Hero deck? Real risky, because if you get caught, you lose the game.
It's a ban card at this point.
In the now tournament rules, that card has been banned out. It is the only card in Overpowered that you cannot play in now tournaments, now being the North America Overpowered League.
Yeah, before that, it was an auto include.
Yes, you had to play it in your Any Hero decks before they banned it. If you're playing at home and you're playing Any Heroes, put it in there. Even if you're playing against an Any Hero deck, you're not out anything because they're going to have it in their deck too. Yes, Howard, I agree. It's very hard.
He said we're done with the registrations that he's aware of.
Tis my most quoted verse, Marcel. What? Negate the negate. Yeah. I think we're done with registrants. Yeah, Ricky, you're right. It's very risky running a banned card.
Scotty does it.
Scotty would do it. He don't care. Yeah, unfortunately, they thought it was just too powerful, so they banned it. Make the battle sites a little more competitive against Any Heroes.
And they've done some different things in replacement of Dow being banned. There's these new cataclysms, if you're not familiar. So you do have an option now for a draw 4 if you discard a special, a draw 3, a level 10 multi, and an avoid lockout, and avoid a special draw card. You can play one of those in response to Devour being banned.
Yeah, the BMG Essentials Pack has all those cards in them. And if you go to the orangeking.com, you can order them. They're not too expensive. I don't remember. 12 bucks?
Yeah, something like that. 10
Maybe.
or 12 bucks, something like that.
Yeah. And Michael says, I looked at the possibility of going, but I just can't get away from the Father's Day and work obligations I have for next weekend. So everyone have a great time. Well, Michael, sorry you can't make it. It would have been great to see you there.
Yeah, it's a long way from California.
Yep, that's a long airplane ride. But Al, where are you located? I don't think I've seen you in the chat before. Thanks for tuning in. Michael, you're coming to what? OP Cup and Seattle? And maybe Boston. Did you say you're maybe Boston? That'd be a long plane ride too.
That'd be really.
But hopefully, I think we're going to pick up a lot of players this year. Speaking of that, where can people watch this weekend? And Keith Hartman says, $17 for the Essentials Pack now. Not many left. Thank you, Keith. Appreciate that.
Marcel, I'm not sure where they can watch at this point, but if the OP lives, doesn't bring equipment, obviously OP Adventures will set up a live stream.
Actually, Howard's going to try and do it so that we both
Have a camera
yeah,
going.
Overpower lives
And OP Adventures.
and Overpower Adventures will both be there streaming. They will probably, Overpower lives. Wow, what a crazy name.
Is going to the Danger Room?
Yes. You can watch it on Discord and get play-by-play analysis. Overpower Adventures will have a microphone and you'll hear the players talking back and forth, but we won't have commentators on our games.
Just the players.
Just the players talking about what they're doing. So that's a little harder to follow because we kind of play by the card and we're not speaking out every word on the card.
AJ, we'll let you know about tomorrow and Wednesday, buddy.
Let's see, AJ says, I agree, Michael, family and kids are tough. Good job tonight, guys. Everyone safe travels. The most important thing, have fun. Have a great night and week. Thanks, AJ, and we'll text you soon. Feature table will be streamed. I'm still waiting for the final details from BMG and who they hire. Oh, no.
And Phil, just a little tidbit, if Howard leaves the brackets alone, you and I would be the first round matchup, so
Uh-oh.
we could be in the danger room, round one.
Ooh, that'll be fun. Is there a place where all these rules are collected? Not yet.
Actually, they could go to the overpower.ca.
Overpower.ca, but they're not up. Is that updated?
As far as you can, as close as you can get.
Until BMG puts
Until
out a rule
BMG
book.
does something.
I heard a rumor that the rule book is very, very, very close.
I heard it was ready. So
I heard that like 9 months ago.
yeah.
You can we've got we got 3 videos. We broke down how to play, and we covered a lot of the things like the new rules, some of the metas, some of the erratas, on the cards. So to go back into our history, how do you play this game, or how do you play Overpower? I can't remember what we named them, but it was 3 weeks in a row.
Or
And
if
we
you
went pretty in-depth into a rule book.
Yeah, or if you take some time and watch the Overpower videos, it gives you a lot of insight as to what you can do and can't do. If you watch maybe 3-4 episodes.
Yeah, Michael says it's not a distance thing for him, it's a work thing. About the same amount of hours to the East Coast as it is to Hawaii. Wow.
He's used to that.
Yeah. Phil squared. What do the pairings look like right now? Howard, are those going to be the final pairings?
I didn't look at him that close.
That's funny. You didn't even look to see who I played? Just you?
No, I was just kind of browsing through it to see if everybody was in the actual brackets.
All right.
Let's see.
That's not going to happen, Phil. The bracket is only based on registration time, and it will change.
Oh.
Oh,
You're,
man.
you're playing Steve Costa at the moment?
No, okay. Who'd Corey draw?
He's hot guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing is hard to move. Where is he?
What?
He's in there somewhere. He got Keith Bursack. Bucket of
Oh,
shame. Bucket
okay.
of shame.
Al says he's an old friend of Joe G. Awesome. And Ricky says unwritten rules are in challenge and an old update. So, yeah, if you go to challenge, sign in there, follow Overpower or North America Overpower League on there. You can also catch a lot of those rules. Well, that's too bad. That's fun. I'd like to see you and Phil in the first game.
I tried.
Yeah. Howard says no. Well, you never know. I mean, it could still happen when pairings go live.
Yeah, I don't know how they. I know they try to keep the people that travel together away from each other the first round.
Yeah, and that should happen. You don't want to travel 3 or 4 or 5 hours and then play
And
the
play
guys you
round
showed
one.
up. The guy who lives down the block from you.
Yeah. Round 2, open season.
Well, we had my first OP Cup back. We played in round 4, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it happened to me and Chris and AJ when we went to Buffalo. First round we didn't play each other. I played AJ round 2, Chris round 3.
Oh, that's awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Howard will make sure it doesn't happen in the first round.
Right.
And after that, there's really nothing you can do.
No.
I don't think Challenge will let you unpair and manually pair rounds.
Yeah.
There is some tournament softwares that will, but not that one.
That wouldn't be right, I don't think. 'Cause it's kind of based on strength of schedule.
Yeah, you just got to go with the flow. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up there. My hands feel like ice cubes right now. So Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you give us a like on the way out. Subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, Al says it doesn't mention the band anywhere.
That's because,
Challenge don't?
yeah, it's because the Canadians still have control. So it's up to date, up to Rebirth.
Oh, okay. He's talking about overpower.ca.
Yeah, it's rules up to
Yeah.
Rebirth.
Right. Join Facebook and follow the Overpower Facebook page, and you'll be able to stay up to date on all that stuff. Howard says, one tournament I played, my 2 sons and my nephews in Swiss. Wow, that's harsh. Good night, Sean. We'll see you Friday. Safe travels, Americans, says Marcel. You too, buddy. We'll see you. Can't wait to see the Peace Bridge streams. Yeah, check us out. Hopefully Howard's got it set up so that we can be there. We'll definitely be doing something Friday night. We're going to stream. We're going to interview. Who do you want me to interview first? Marcel? Maybe Mr. King Keffer?
Yeah, I think you got to interview Howard first. It's
Howard? All right.
the gracious host.
All right, we'll do it. Howard, you can be our first interviewee if you have time. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Take care.
45 views.
People are excited about the tournament.
18 when we left.
Yeah.